Hi, welcome to Booth Talk. My name's Brennan. I'm here with Alex and Horn. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Well,
nice. We're already in sync.
I guess I'll wait on the next announcement.
We're already in rhythm.
Here's a reminder: our Patreon is still having our VIP deal. It's only $1, and you get everything: early access, secret shows, behind the Rogue, and more. Only the first 100 people get the $1 deal. So go to rogueprod.com today to secure your membership.
Get it now.
Yeah, get it now. Get it now. I bought 4 this morning. So
I'm
there's only
gonna
90.
I'm gonna buy 5 later today.
There's only 96 left.
Still haven't got my merch though.
Membership, is that what they called Elon Musk's spaceship that one time? Get it?
I don't.
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
Because it looked like a penis. Didn't that happen?
All
Membership.
rockets look like penises.
And a penis is a member.
All rockets.
Membership.
Never mind.
All rockets look like penises.
Didn't Elon Musk have that rocket that looked just like a penis?
I think you might be thinking of Jeff Bezos.
Oh, I am thinking of Jeff Bezos.
He had the one that had like the it was like
God
a Dr.
damn it,
Evil.
I fucked that up from God.
They all look like penises.
Wow.
Guys, let's restart one more time. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
This episode of Booth Talk is sponsored by EKSTER. They have an amazing selection of smart wallets and at a very affordable price. They come in a variety of colors and is made from genuine leather. Not to mention it has an RFID card blocking technology. So you don't have to worry about your cards getting stolen. Get yours today at EKSTER and use our link in the description to get 25% off your order. I do need a new wallet, actually. Oh, this one came with money.
Hit the little button.
What's the button do?
The little button's cool.
Close it and hit the button.
Yeah.
We close it. We hit the button. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. And I'm going to, for those first 5 people listening, the card number is. Look at it. It's going across the screen now.
Scrolling at the bottom.
And a quick reminder to our guests, no biting, no kicking, no... Anyway. Who saw Obi-Wan?
Oh, I did not. I didn't know it was out yet.
Did you?
Came out, I did see it. I saw the first 2 episodes. Did you watch it?
No. No. You guys haven't. There's an episode
Next
earlier.
subject.
There's an episode earlier where I don't know. Someone go back, look at the backlogs. But I did go on a Star Wars rant before. You guys must have forgotten about it. I was like,
Did you talk about how you will never watch it?
basically, I was like, I was like, honestly, I will put my foot down and be like a Star Wars diehard, butthurt old head.
Shouldn't be that
and
hard to find. It's probably our most viewed episode.
Episodes 4, 5, 6 are the only good
Yeah,
ones.
the only ones where...
Only ones worth watching.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like the prequels as a kid. I knew. I grew up at the time. They had the cereal and all that shit. It was cool. Movies are really bad.
Cereal was cool.
Yes.
Which cereal?
Not the cereal, but they came with a lightsaber spoon as a promo.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Not
Yeah.
even
That.
those were pretty...
The lightsaber
They were
spoon
awesome.
was
They were
incredible.
awesome.
What are
They
you
were great.
talking
No, they
about?
were
Yeah,
great.
that's
They
a
were
great
great.
memory.
They were
No, but Disney, please hire me. I actually love Star Wars and I've watched everything ever. You've done a great job. I got to keep the good press, So the new Obi-Wan is great.
Love
actually,
China.
I saw
Love
it.
China, everything
I
they
thought
do.
it was a really good representation of Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor did great. I love seeing Tatooine again, all the sand. They definitely had references to
I
other
love the
Star
sand.
Wars things. It was definitely cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, I guess we'll not talk about that. We won't spoil
Oh.
anything.
You can spoil it.
Well, no.
I mean, the audience, I guess, may
It was,
actually not
it's
want to.
worth, it's not bad. It's good.
That's the
great.
thing. My negativity is I believe they are good. I believe they're good and well made. But I'm just so.
Well, I mean, the shows have been.
That's what I mean. Yeah, but I just with Star Wars, it's just so I feel very tired of it. It's
I could feel that. I could feel that. It really, I felt that for a long time. I only got back into it recently with the with all the different shows. Just to try it out. I'm happy that I did.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm not crazy in terms of I didn't know when it was necessarily coming out until Ian told me again. He's like, oh, it's tonight. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, you weren't
and then it
marking
came out,
the
and I was like,
days.
oh, should I watch it? Should I have to watch it? And I go, nah. And I watched it the next morning, and I liked it, but I was also like, I'm glad you didn't stay up to watch it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like oh my, holy shit.
Yeah.
But it's definitely building to something. I'm not 100% happy with all the choices they made and everything. Whoever wrote Princess Leia, the child of Princess Leia, has never spoken to a child.
What the fuck? They have Kid Princess Leia?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
Yeah, I'm not
awesome.
watching this, guys. Sorry. Like,
Well, I mean, it's 10 years
Jumping
after.
ship.
It's supposed to be 10. It's 10 years after the original.
yeah.
No, I'm sorry. 10 years after the prequel. I'm sorry. 10 years after the prequel.
Yeah.
After episode
3.
So they'd be 10.
So yeah, so they're 10.
9 years
This girl's
before
not 10 years
4.
old. This
Yeah.
girl's like speaks like she's like she's got a PhD in something. She got some type of psychology PhD. She might have mind reading powers.
Well, she is like senators' kids, right? So I could understand that. But
No.
she has mind
have
reading
you met,
powers.
have you met the senators in this country?
You're
I
right.
haven't, but I mean, you can see them on TV.
Even in the Star Wars universe, they're pretty stupid. They let Emperor Palpatine become the Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
So,
you know, so
although George's underlying political statement in the prequel trilogy isn't too bad.
I will say I want to go back and rewatch the Phantom Menace because I haven't seen the prequel since I was a kid, and I think now as an adult I would appreciate the Trade Federation.
No, that's what I mean. Like, all
I'm
that
like, oh
stuff
my
is
God,
kinda,
this is- oh, this
all that
is gonna be a
stuff's kind of
mess.
okay. Yeah.
Like as a kid, I was sitting in the audience like, oh my God. But as an adult, I probably like this
No,
is
dude.
leading to something
As
very
a kid, you're there.
very worse.
As a kid, you're legitimately sitting there frustrated, like, what are they talking about? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I feel the same way about it now, though. It doesn't change with age. I still need action if I'm watching.
It may
Star
not
Wars movies.
be. I've heard like the political stuff still doesn't really make sense.
Oh,
So
well,
Yeah.
does it make sense?
It makes more
Does
sense.
it make
than when
sense
you're a
in
kid.
real life?
No, that is a good point.
So yeah, I mean, you could put in any gibberish, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like Veep. Veep does.
And then you can always just say like, well, why are they all so stupid and doing bad things and wrap around terrible deals? It's like because they're all like corrupt, like incompetent.
Did
like,
you see? I'm gonna send Ben this clip if he wants to play it, or if he doesn't, or whatever. If he doesn't have to.
He'll say no.
There was this clip. It was on
I wish
TikTok.
I could see him right now.
It
Yeah,
was,
Ben's in the real booth.
And this, look at
Ben's in
if
isolation.
this was on a show like on Veep, you wouldn't believe it because it's that fucking ridiculous. I don't know if you saw it. It's
Oh.
George Bush giving a speech.
I know what it is. His Ukraine slip.
Yeah, he literally, I don't, whether he plays or not, he goes into, he says something like, he says, for actually,
This is I remember it was something like this has been an
I'm just
unjust.
gonna play the audio. I'm just
yeah.
gonna play the audio
He
because
just played it in the mic.
Oh, you gonna play the okay. Okay.
And the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine.
Oh yeah, I heard.
I mean.
And he goes anyway. I mean, the fact that the fact that all the crimes and the war crimes and the torture, everything that was in the lies that we already knew that he did during his term after that alone and also should have got and still
Yeah.
there's no one that's like as long as he doesn't like Trump
Well, we voted for him, so
twice.
Bush, yeah.
Even as a kid, I wanted Kerry.
Who?
When I remember when I was a kid, my parents asked me, I was like 6, and they're like, who do you want to vote? Who do you want? And I was like,
You're talking about the first
yeah, they're like Bush or
election
I remember,
when I was like
driving
1.
my parents,
Yeah.
and they were just like Bush or Kerry, and I looked outside and I saw a bush, and I was like, fuck a bush, fuck a bush. I said Kerry's the way to go. This was the way I operated, and even going off that, still would have been a better decision than what happened.
You're like a Bush.
If they had let me make the decision at 6 right then, the whole country, we would have had a better outcome.
Should we make 6-year-olds politicians? I think yes.
I mean, if we let people in their 80s be politicians,
No,
what's
we're
the difference?
basically, yeah. I mean,
What's
at
the
this
difference?
point, look, we already got people wearing diapers in the Senate. Might as well just make them a little younger.
Exactly, they
Like,
can change each other.
yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Brennan, I just imagine you 6 years old and you're like, Bush or a woman named Carrie?
Yeah.
A woman or a Bush? Maybe a Bush, I think.
Wow.
When I was 6, I also was when I discovered I had a nose.
Oh yeah,
I told you that
Yeah,
story.
we've
I've told
talked
you that
about
story.
that on this
You
podcast.
just one day were like, it's there.
Oh, I was climbing. Oh, it was in the back of my car, and I was climbing over the console to get out through the front seat for whatever reason, and I caught a glimpse of myself in the rearview mirror, and I was like, "What the fuck is that thing on your face? What is this? What the hell is that thing?" My first thought was because I love the movie. My favorite movie was Grease.
Yeah. John Travolta.
Danny Zuko.
Oh, wait. What
was
movie
the
did you
greatest.
say?
Grease.
Grease,
John
oh,
Travolta.
okay, yeah.
Danny Zuko was awesome. So I thought to myself, my first thought was, oh my God, does Danny Zuko have a nose? Does he have one of these things? What the fuck is that thing? What is this thing? And I was like, no, he does have one. I was like, all right, you're cool. You're cool. This is probably fine.
Well, I'm just like fucking Danny, whatever his name. Danny
I was like,
Zuko?
fine. I was like, good.
They like.
You know? So yeah. So I mean, I would 6 year. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to find out some.
So did you never look in a mirror before, or did you just kind of like brush it off?
I don't know. I think it might have just been like, more of like just maybe it was just because it was right in my face. I don't know. It was maybe that in that moment.
Was there an adult in the car, or
No,
were you
I was
being like
getting
left
out.
to suffocate?
I
Like-
was on my way out of the car. I was getting
okay.
out of the car. We pulled up home. We were home in the garage. I was climbing out. Why I was climbing out through the front was just probably because I wanted to be cool.
Yeah. 6.
Doing my thing, climbing out, and I caught a glimpse. I was like, that is an interesting feature. I didn't know you had that. What is that thing?
I mean,
I don't remember the
I-
first time
I-
I realized I had a nose. Or
I don't really
ears.
have any memories of like
realizing
something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
something that fundamental to your life.
I do have things like that, but like I don't know. There's always one that I see where people are like, "Oh, do you remember when you first realized you were conscious?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Not really.
when I was born, I don't fucking
Yeah.
know. Like,
That'd be crazy.
like no, obviously I don't remember everything from when I was an infant, but it's like
But you can remember the day you were born.
not exactly. No.
Not
What do you
exa-
mean?
What do you mean not exactly?
Like I
Well,
know,
how much
I
of the
like I know I was born on that day. I guess,
so you
but
remember
that's like
nothing.
I remember nothing.
You
Yeah,
remember
I
nothing.
just like
Okay.
there's no like.
I mean, like, I don't remember when I became conscious or what. It was just
It was when you found your nose. You're like,
No,
oh my
that's
God.
kind of what it reminded me of a little.
But
like
that wasn't it though,
type
because
of,
I have
like-
memories. I have clear memories. I have clear thoughts before
Mm-hmm.
those. Like I know my earliest, or I'm pretty sure my earliest memory is actually me discovering that Santa isn't real. I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I climbed out of my crib, and I come into the living room, and I find my parents are wrapping presents, and they just were like, go to bed. And I was
Get the
like,
fuck out of here.
And I always grew up thinking it was a dream,
that
but
doesn't mean Santa's not real. They could have just been wrapping, like how your parents still got you presents on top of Santa's
why would
presents,
they?
right?
Why would
No?
they? Why?
Okay.
My parents were Santa. I don't know if.
Well,
you-
yeah, but
I don't
they-
know if you had a personal Santa.
Well, no, but my parents would pretend to get me presents from them, but then also Santa would.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Selfish bastard.
Yeah, we're fucking rich kids,
Your
dude.
parents,
Grandma would
your
give
parents
presents.
just needed to take the credit. They couldn't let some mystical, magical man take the credit for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
They couldn't do it. They couldn't, not even for a little bit. I bought this, damn it. They're going to know.
No elves made this shit.
You know when I figured out Santa wasn't real?
When?
My dad started writing two mark from Santa. Like Santa was giving my dad's gift.
Oh, nice.
I know you weren't good this year.
Why does that make you think he's full of shit? Yeah, you're like you've been a naughty boy.
I was a kid. All of a sudden he starts getting cut.
Well, yeah, what?
There's a gap when you turn, 20
I see.
to 50. You know,
Yeah, wait, what is that? Yeah, that's an interesting.
Imagine Ben's like.
Well, see, the memory I have though wasn't necessarily. I guess I wouldn't say I realized it because I still believe Santa was real. I just locked that away. I was like, that was a dream. Must have been a dream.
You're like, it was a
Must have been a
dream, it was a
dream
dream, it was
that
a
you
dream.
just got fucking perfectly right. And I always, like I said, I found out probably when I was 6 or 8. One of those ages, I actually just straight up asked. I was like, yo, give it to me straight. Tell me the
No,
real.
that's when
Tell
you
it to
get
me.
bold. You're like,
Yeah.
I think
I
think this man isn't real.
I think it's
Like,
time you guys tell me the truth.
Yeah, I don't. You guys don't hold on so hard to the Easter Bunny. Or
Tell me right now.
leprechauns
No,
or
I was. It was all.
Tooth
It was
Fairy,
the whole
like-
thing. It was the whole thing. I was
Oh,
like, tell me
okay.
right now. There's no bunny breaking in this house tonight. Level with me.
Yeah, well, that was definitely the first one. Yeah, it was like, oh.
The bunnies. That was the one that shocked me the most. That one I was
Maybe the
scared.
Tooth
That one I
Fairy,
knew
actually.
for certain was real.
The bunny seemed most realistic.
Yeah, the bunny's
Yeah.
the most realistic one.
Yeah.
Eggs, bunny, giant.
Maybe the Tooth
Walk-
Fairy was the
And
first
leprechauns. I think those are pretty realistic.
one. Really?
Yeah, and little gnome men. They definitely exist.
We weren't allowed to talk about leprechauns. in my house.
Leprechauns exist.
Leprechauns and yeah. you
Leprechauns
gotta think,
weren't welcome.
How could so many cultures have that?
Leprechaun
exact-
talk was not
Well,
allowed in my
because
house,
it's-
and still isn't.
I mean, do
Yeah,
giants
because they're
exist?
real. Maybe they do too. Yeah.
Because they're real. People do say that giants like used to exist. There's like so many
There's bones.
videos about that.
No, are those? I thought those were like clickbait things.
It
Well, I
might
mean,
be.
they
I don't
have
even
found.
know.
I mean, what do you consider a giant?
I would say if we're talking
Like 9 to 12 feet.
I was gonna say if we're talking once we
Because
eight
they
feet
found
or
those.
more.
They found. I'm almost 90% sure they have found those actual skeletons.
9 to 12 feet, I would consider a giant.
They have found, I believe, those actual skeletons. But in terms of like giant, like the beanstalk shit,
No.
they also found that. No.
Oh, okay.
That's another one.
I would say I don't really think there's really any time in history where a thing that big could live and like survive, like
No,
have food,
No.
have.
Well, I mean, think about it. There used to be giant sloths and giant all.
Yeah, but how big were they?
Fucking giant.
How big? No, okay, you're talking Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. That's I imagine like a 200-foot tall man. Like,
Oh, well, I mean, what do you think is a giant? How big is the T-Rex? though?
like 13 feet. Bro, 13 feet.
What
Would be
is a
fucking
giant
tall.
to you?
Godzilla. What the fuck are you talking about?
How big is Godzilla?
185 feet tall, depending. This says Godzilla.
Depending on how deep the water is, huh?
Yeah. Well, this, yeah, it's normally done by meters, but
This is.
I see the photos. So that's about like 12, 13 feet tall. That'd be terrifying.
You know, I mean.
That's a real story from Iraq, 2008.
Wait,
No.
2008.
What happened? This man got fucking murdered by a giant? Bro, this is why Bush was like, they got the giants. We got WMDs. They got an army of these fucking giants. Dude,
I mean, the
what was
world
that?
is gigantic. You
What was
know,
that
it's
called?
so old and what?
I want to look that.
12 to 15-foot redheaded, 6-digit devil.
Of course, they'd be redheaded.
Devil humanoid murder.
Is that the description? Or is that the propaganda that's been going around?
Yeah.
The pamphlets that go around the army.
No, dude, there's stuff like that everywhere. I think like you'll always hear in like India and Pakistan, they'll always be like, there was that like they'll say like an ape man like killed someone. Like an entire like no, I'm serious, like an entire town will like start chasing after what they claim to be like a no, and like someone will be dead, like
Yeah.
someone will be beat to death. So it's
Yeah.
like okay. Like it's probably not an ape man, but it might be something like that, like some very hairy. Okay, we're talking about a 12-foot giant being real. Oh
I
wait,
mean, like, why? You know, aliens are real. You know, it's all who knows. You know.
gnomes are real.
I'm convinced now.
I mean-
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, you know, yard gnomes are
Yeah.
definitely real. So why wouldn't they have gnomes any other places? You know, underground gnomes.
I
Oh,
think
no.
it's actually more in line with like Toy Story or Gnomeo and Juliet, where our garden gnomes
Jesus
are the
Christ.
real gnomes. You know what I mean? They move and,
And
we
they're
don't
just
see
and they're
them.
just like, there's only one way to survive.
They're-
Blend in.
yeah.
It's like a Toy Story situation.
Yes.
That could be interesting.
I was just saying how like, is no one gonna come up with like, you know, original content anymore? But then you get Nomeo and Juliet, and it's like, never mind, don't
How
don't
is
come
that
up with original content.
That's like that's based off Romeo and Juliet.
Actually,
which
you're
is
right,
500
you're right.
years
Well, I
old.
mean, like, you know.
I know that's, like, totally
it's
classic,
It's
you know,
all
that's
stolen.
Shakespeare.
And even he stole shit, you
yeah,
know.
truthfully, it's Shakespearean in its.
That was a good point. I
efforts,
didn't think about
you
that.
know.
You know. But it
Well-
is what it is, as some would say.
Yeah.
It is Romeo and Juliet.
It is Romeo and Juliet.
So what do you guys think of Bigfoot then? Is he real?
Oh, definitely.
Good.
Definitely.
Good.
I mean,
Did you guys ever watch Monster Quest growing up?
I think I have.
It's all episodes on YouTube, by the way. History Channel has uploaded them. They're awesome. But they're like, in my humble opinion, it was the best show ever made about, like, out of all the A&E, TLC, History Channel, like, schlocky, real-world monster shows, yeah, Monster Quest was the best. Because they'd handle it in a way where, like, they'd make you believe in Bigfoot by the end with, like, science and shit. Yep. Because it'd be like, Is there Bigfoot? Do we get proof of Bigfoot?
Nope.
I desperately want to see Bigfoot one day. I'd be terrified.
That like normal like image that they usually show him in the woods.
Patterson footage. That's fake. That footage is fake. Maybe not that. That might be real. I don't know. I'd have to inspect it closer, but let me see his original file.
That's a hairy man.
Yeah, that's a very hairy man.
No. That's
What about the Loch Ness Monster? Is the Loch Ness Monster real?
No, I think
Nessie?
there's a lot of sea monsters, but I think Loch Ness. No,
yes.
yeah, that's out there. No, that's what I mean. Shit like
Isn't that like for sure real?
Definitely.
It was real. That's the thing. Like
Oh,
we
that's
know
right.
it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It's just a matter of is it still around? Answer is
Right.
likely yes. I would just.
What about this one? Mythical
It
creature?
might
Democracy. No.
not real.
Oh,
Politics.
no.
Not real. They
Welcome
made it
to
up.
Politics
Fake.
Hour.
Fake.
Was it Discovery Channel a couple years back did like a whole thing on the Megalodon, and it was like some fake documentary thing. But like they might have revealed it was fake in the beginning, but like I missed like the first 10 seconds of the fucking thing. So I thought the whole time that was like, holy shit, this is legit. And then at the end of it, we like looked up and we're like,
What were they trying to do? Say they found one, or
it was like this whole thing. Yeah, it was like they were tracking it and like they found it and whatnot, and it turned out to be
they're
shit.
like,
A
this is
megalodon?
actually a hypothetical for what if we did this.
Like, this is just it. It was like it's a dramatic retelling of a story that one of us came up with.
Okay,
Yeah. So yeah, it was
it's fake.
just disappointing because I wanted it to be real. Because I already don't go in the ocean. Why would I?
I remember there was a whole like.
I think I could take on the megalodon. I think if I
Oh,
was in
yeah.
the ocean and it was me one-on-one, me versus him, I think I'd have a fair
Are
shot.
we talking head on? Or are we talking like you're sneaking up on them?
I think I'm getting,
You think- Do you think you could sneak up on the Megalodon, or do you think
Yes.
you even have to?
The
I think I
Megalodon's-
could. I think I could totally start pulling some like Aquaman swimming moves, like maneuvering around him.
Not even that. You just come up gentle because he wouldn't expect it.
Yeah.
You got to start putting on the pounds to meet the weight class.
Here's the thing,
No,
though. If
no,
there's a
no, no,
Megalodon,
it's
there
not.
can't be one Megalodon.
You're right.
There's got to be multiple
You're right.
Megalodon. Megalodon.
Megalodon.
Megalodine. Megalodoo. So there's, but they say we've explored more. We've explored more of space than the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But that doesn't make any sense at all.
which part?
Yeah, it does.
We've explored more of space. Space is infinite, isn't it? Like tech.
Yeah, but yes, because we can see more.
Which-
it basically comes down to because we can see more.
And that shows you how
We
little
can
we've done
get
with the
further.
ocean.
Yeah.
That even with the infinite,
No, trust me. I realize how scary the ocean is and how we know nothing about it. It terrifies me. But like,
I mean, there's definitely aliens down there,
No, I think
really, you think there's ocean aliens?
underground, beneath the. Yeah, definitely.
we got Atlantis down there.
Alientis.
Look up if you watch that Commander Fravor. He talks about the sighting that he saw, the Tic Tac UFO. It came out of the water.
Who?
Commander Fravor. He worked. He was he was a Navy pilot.
Yes, he worked,
in
yeah.
the 2000s, and he was him and his like squadron or whatever the fuck they call it. Him and a couple other of the plane people. The
Pilots.
the birdie men.
The birdie men?
The birdie men were up there. They were flying around, flapping their
in
wings.
their
The
mechanical
Tweety
birds.
men.
Yeah,
birdie people.
Icarus was going up there, and they were like doing some training stuff, and they got some word that there's something on the radar or whatever. They go check it out, and it's this Tic Tac shaped UFO coming out of the water, and they said it was just the maneuvers that it was pulling were they couldn't explain, and that it actually at one point disappeared and appeared like miles away at their cat point, which was a predetermined location that they had set up between each other.
What did it look like? You keep saying Tic Tac.
Picture a Tic-
Unfortunately,
picture-
I'm
pic-
envisioning like a giant white Tic Tac, like nothing else.
That's it.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
If you look up, he does an interview on Joe Rogan and on Lex Friedman's podcast where he goes into a lot of detail. It's very interesting.
Dude, Lex Friedman's so weird. He's like,
He's
Hey.
Russian.
what's going on?
What if they're
It's-
Tic
How was your
Tac
day?
people in
He's
there?
so low energy. Sorry, what?
Like, what if they're Tic Tac people? Like, the doors open, a bunch of little Tic Tacs. A bunch of minions. Dude, we're so fucked. if like aliens are like minions. They created Illumination to like psyop us into like accepting them into their culture. Like, oh my god.
God damn it. Then Steve Carell would be in charge.
We become the minions.
Steve Carell would be in charge.
I wouldn't want that.
I don't know if Steve Carell is the guy.
I mean, isn't he the guy in the
He's
movie?
Gru.
He's the main
Yeah.
guy.
Oh,
He's not the minion, but he's the human.
Yeah. Does he make what's that situation? How does he make the minions? Does he make the minions?
No, the minions existed for all of eternity. Again, part of the alien. They're trying to brainwash us, like because I think it's like they serve the evil.
No, man. We need a minion conspiracy.
Yeah, no, I was hoping to get like a Minions video like pulled up. I
This
don't
is
know.
much better.
I
Yeah.
cannot see what this is.
That's the point. It literally looks like that. It's black and white.
And this is
No,
like-
even the screen's like tilted for me, so I
It's for like 2 seconds.
wow. Is that Navy pilot?
no, that's not the pilot. That's them watching them. No, because
No, I know that.
Here's the thing. So they did.
Is that
they
from that incident?
Yeah, potentially. They recently did. They recently just presented something to Congress, which I haven't really looked into what they did recently. But in June of last year, they were supposed to release a report to Congress about everything they knew about UFOs. And they said since 2004, they took 144 cases of sightings or encounters with UFOs that were, reported by pilots. And they said in those 144 cases, one of those cases was proven to be a weather balloon. The other 143, they said they cannot explain.
One of them was proven.
One of them was
Okay.
proven to be a weather balloon. The other
did you say a weather? What the fuck is a weather balloon?
They just send it up to like do weather measurements.
Yeah, they said the other 143 we cannot explain. I think they said, the numbers might be wrong, but it's ballpark. 18 of these events included technology. Technology was demonstrated that the U.S. government cannot explain, and 11 of the events included near misses with government aircraft.
Okay.
So it's something around those lines. But like, we're gonna get, they're out there, and we're gonna get, I think this is gonna be a big decade.
Brennan's like theorizing like Star Trek First Contact's gonna happen.
Not just with that, but
they're gonna make themselves
with
revealed.
technology, with like a lot of things. I think it's it's gonna be a good decade, and see what happens.
Good decade.
It's gonna be to see what happens.
Yeah.
Ben, pull up naked pictures of Steve Carell, please.
Jamie.
Can you
Wow.
pull up those dick pics I sent the other day? If you'll see here,
If you look here underneath.
pull up this telestrator.
If you'll see this tic tac shaped.
That's good.
Anyone seen any good movies lately?
Yesterday I rewatched Licorice Pizza, which came out in 2021. It
Yeah.
was the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
Okay, what's that about?
It's,
I
really
feel like
good.
I've seen something on it, but I don't know. I don't remember it.
Sorta. Have you seen it? Yeah, I think it's really great, but it takes place in the 70s, and it's about this boy and girl, but they have like quite an age gap to them. It's 15 and 25, but
It's the 70s. It's the 70s.
It's the 70s, and there's an
Just
added.
casual. Going on.
No, because it's not quite like that. Because
Okay.
I've had this fucking argument with so many idiots, so
Okay.
we're gonna fucking flatline
All
it
right.
now.
You can if you want to, dude.
No,
that's okay.
that's not the film. The film's brilliant, but it's so different because what it is they have this relationship, and it's not relationship in any type of romantic sense. You get these feelings that it could go either way, but both of them have this. Their paths and lives don't quite line up, and it's fascinating to see. He's more mature for his age. She's less mature.
Who's the
but
older
they're
one?
both- the girl.
Okay.
That's another element of it as well. We
So it
forget
can't
that
be.
type of stuff.
So it can't
Yeah.
be creepy.
Oh, so that's not bad.
Oh my god.
Can't be creepy.
Watch the movie.
Good for you. Son.
She was hot.
Great movie.
You can't be a
Oh, what's
pedophile.
this?
It's hot.
Here's your freaking
Is this-
request.
There you go.
But I guess I'm the pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Why don't you pull it away? What the hell, man?
But is it so? It's a good watch though.
It's good. It's good. It's got a lot of humor in it. Paul Thomas Anderson movies tend to. It's really good. It's about the relationship.
It's got two people who don't have sex.
Yes, they don't. That's the thing. It's so tricky to. I can understand why people do initially think that it would be something a bit more like a Lolita, but it's not. It's nothing like that at all. It's whatever.
Who
Fuck
died?
off.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Pat. It's the good kind of.
Yeah.
Who died?
Whatever. Watch your fucking Star Wars garbage.
Who died?
No, I trust me. I'm
Anyone die?
over.
Who dies in the end?
Nobody.
Interesting.
I don't think anybody dies in the whole movie, if
sex,
I'm not mistaken.
no death?
Yeah, yeah. It's a fairly tame film, all in all.
Why are we placing movies in the 70s? What if we
Because-
just stopped wasting money on different time periods, and all stories had to be told in whatever current year we were in?
That'd be terrible. Yeah. I was actually reading up on
So
this.
we're not into that. We're not into that.
I was reading
Stop
a bunch
trying to limit their creativity, dude.
No, seriously, yeah.
Exactly. No, you can still do a Western, but it takes place in 2022.
Well, you can do that. You can do that if you want to.
You can still do everything you're doing.
Yeah.
It just takes place in, like, you have cell phones, everything.
You can make modern westerns. There are examples of movies that kind of like take
No, I
that
mean, they can
spin.
dress the same.
Yeah.
But, like, there were other people that wanted to walk through the scene, like, what's going on? Oh, you guys are filming something. Was this a mayonnaise commercial? And they keep going.
Instead of a saloon, it's like a gay bar or some shit.
No, I don't mean like no. I don't mean like some type of artistic adaptation where we. No, I don't mean
No,
something.
there are movies
I don't. No,
like
no.
that. This I'm
I
trying
don't
to
mean
say.
something where we're clever.
Oh, okay.
No,
You
no,
mean the
no.
most blunt
I
force?
mean, you are not allowed to pretend like you're in the 70s or you're in the 80s or the 90s.
Yeah, stop trying to pretend. Pretend's for babies.
No more
idiots.
pretending movies. It's only
Are you guys
real
stupid babies? Do real
documentaries
life.
and reality TV and found
A&E.
footage. But it's got to be real found footage. You had to lose it. You've had to have lost it.
Avatar 2.
No.
It's actually found footage.
Oh,
I found this.
I just found
I
this.
found this on my hard drive.
That'd be lit, dude.
I did not like Avatar.
No, of course
The
not.
first Avatar. I liked Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Not the movie. I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
I actually didn't see either season 4, the final season.
They didn't make a season 4.
Are you sure?
They made 3.
Didn't they make a final season?
No,
They made
they-
another season where
It was a cool little fly.
Look at that, yeah, we have-
they made.
Live
Didn't they make
is-
another season of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No, they made a
Where he-
new show. They
where-
made a Legend of Korra, which was like 90 years after Avatar, and Aang's like an old man, but it's about like a different person. I didn't see any of it.
There wasn't like a Fire Nation thing.
No, they just did season. No, because Fire Nation was the third one. They didn't do.
No, the Fire Nation was the. They only did 3.
they only did
Fucking
3.
with me? So okay. Well, I feel better now. I just thought I was like, well, I guess Nickelodeon doesn't want to show it to me anymore. You know,
Yeah,
I just
no,
assumed
no,
I was
no.
like, I just gave up on it. I was so because it was just like. It was just whatever came on the TV. Was that what you could watch?
Yeah, no,
And it was just
I
hoping
think they
it
only
came
did
on.
3.
I waited like someone's father went out for milk for Avatar to come back, and it never came back.
Did you just say milk?
Yeah,
Did you say milk instead of milk?
I mean
What?
it goes down the same.
Oh, you're right. That's true. No matter how you pronounce
I've
it.
heard you guys say it the same way every
You know,
time.
actually, I honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't actually have to say it. I buy it without saying the word at all.
What?
I can. All my interactions
Milk?
with it I don't ever have to verbally say what it is. I can go to the store, pick it up, drink it. No, never have to speak a word. You know, it's one of those things.
Drink it in the aisle.
Yeah.
Be like, don't worry, I'm gonna pay for this.
Yeah,
Like,
we're gonna pay for it.
this
So I'm gonna
milk.
tell you what this is. You know, because everyone knows.
you know, you can eat the food in the grocery store as long as you just scan that barcode. You know, still pay for it.
Yeah, it's just like I don't want to go. I don't want to wait. I don't want to go home. You know?
I've done it.
Bring my
You know?
hot plate, start cooking.
Only with drinks. Only with
You know,
you open the
up.
lemonade.
Well, because Kroger also has or Myers, they all have utensils, cooking supplies. Can I open up an oven?
Yeah,
Start,
you're right.
You
Start
know,
cooking.
Pull the generator.
Yeah.
Go get some gas from the station. You know, that's
Yeah,
the
the
only thing.
Kroger station.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just
the only
go
thing
up
that's
there.
actually paid for is the gas. straight up everything we pay for after
Yeah.
the fact, you know. But then also I got to charge people if they eat my cooking.
Eat my cooking.
You know, they come by and I go, well, you got to pay for this.
You do got to give Kroger the overhead for the product. That is the problem.
Well, I mean, I guess Costco has but no, they work for Costco. I'm talking about.
It'd be like that, though. You'd be set up at the end of an aisle.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, we're smoking ribs today. I hope you guys got the 24-hour policy back because I'm going to be here a while. Actually, got a smoker. My parents found one in their shed.
You got one.
Well, they found one in their. They moved in the house. In the house they moved in, there's one in the shed.
There's a guy smoking cigarettes in the shed.
Yeah, it's just smokers. They can't get him out of there.
All these smokers.
But Legend of Korra.
Yeah, that was the show that was after.
Yeah, looks shitty. Looks shitty.
Boo.
Not into it. Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's it.
And the movie, the good movie,
Great movie.
the great film. I thought it was even a little better than the show.
Honestly,
I like that they pronounced his Ong instead of Ang.
Oh, really?
They did. I don't know if you ever saw the movie, but they did that.
I might have seen some of the movie. I feel like all of my friends fucking love Avatar, so I've seen like a lot of it, but I've never been like a huge fan, I guess. I'm sorry.
It's good. No, I'm not a huge fan. I think
I liked this. Yeah, I loved the story of like the. I really liked the older Avatar character. I forget what his name was.
I named my guinea pig after Momo, so that's a
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
But I wasn't.
You're a
really
bigger fan than us. We don't have a pet name after Momo. Yeah.
What
I was
happened
a
to
fake fan.
Whatever happened to
I was
Momo?
a poser.
Is Momo still around?
Momo died. Yeah, I remember when Momo died. I came home because my dad had to like take care of Momo on the weekends.
Doesn't sound like
So I'd like come home to my dad's, and one time when I came home, he was like, "Yeah, Momo just died." So I like took care of the body, and then I heard, and then I was like,
wow, what a dad.
I was like, Dad, what'd you do with it? He was like, I just kind of like threw it in the garbage.
Oh, he took care of the body already.
He was like,
I thought he was making you do it.
And I swear to God, this is not even a lie. As he was saying, I threw it in the garbage. I heard like the garbage truck in front of our driveway, like taking the garbage. Yeah, so I heard basically Momo's bones getting crushed. So that was cool.
What's funny is like you know, I don't know your dad obviously, but
Yeah.
do you think something may have happened and Momo may not have died by natural causes? Do you think Momo may
No.
have accidentally gotten like gnawed on by the dog or something? Or?
No, there was no dog. There were no other pets
Okay.
in the house at the
Let
time.
me ask you a question that might disturb you. What did you guys eat that night?
Tasted like chicken.
Yeah.
It's like
It
did he
tasted
was it
like-
really small tenderloin?
Yeah. Tasted like pig.
You know. This
So, yeah.
thing is like
R.I.P. Momo.
making me want to just like bugging the hell out of my ear.
Your
What
little
is
Secret
that?
Service agent.
Yeah, you got a little like.
I couldn't be a Secret Service agent the entire time. I'd be like, and then the time they're like, they're like, someone kid out the president, like, oh my God, what is going on? They're like, you're freaking out, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, it's killing
It's like
me.
gunshots
Ah.
appearing through
Yeah.
there.
And then and by the time I get it back on, yeah, by the time they get back, they're like, never mind, he's dead. And I'm like, who's dead? What happened?
Sorry, guys.
You know, actually, one of the guys,
Can you hear Ben in that?
when he talks,
Really?
yeah,
He's like, "Fuck you, dude."
You're like, yeah, I don't have a direct link to his brain with it, but when he speaks, I can hear him.
when Kennedy got shot,
Yes.
and I believe it was the Secret Service agent who ran up to the car as it was, as you're driving. I believe he was from New Baltimore, Michigan.
Good on him.
Yeah, he got fired.
He did?
I believe they all got fired after.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Hard to, you had to have one job.
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
a lot of the conspiracies, I put air quotes because I don't even want to call them conspiracies about Kennedy's assassination. Like, it's crazy if you look back at documentaries from, like, the 90s and, like, 80s, like, only, like, 30, 20 years after it happened, like, witnesses that were there in the footage are the people, like, claiming,
That is
like, that something else went on. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, no, there wasn't anything from that building. Like the witnesses
like-
who were there that day. Like there are people who are like, yeah, I just coincidentally was staring at that building and nothing happened. They're
Yeah.
like,
Well, I've
but
heard
they're claiming that's where the shot came from.
I don't know. I've heard it. I've heard it was the mafia. I've heard the CIA and.
Well, then it was also because of Vietnam, possibly.
you're
He
thinking-
didn't want to do that.
You're thinking Hoover. Yeah, I think in Hoover you're thinking of. The one who was the cross-dresser, or no cross-dresser, he was gay. He was gay.
Who was?
The
Oh,
Edgar,
yeah, he was.
Before,
Yep,
it was
yep.
before the mafia had like pictures on him. So like they knew whatever club he went to. So like
Oh, they
He
found
wasn't a-
him.
he-
so like he
Jay-
wouldn't even mention the mafia. And then they said, this is what I was going. I'm going off of the YouTube channel of not Sonny Francis, Michael Francis, and I think I want to say Sammy the Bull talks about it a little bit, but they say that they basically Chicago mafia helped get JFK elected.
Yeah.
And not only did they want, a little bit more
Cooperation.
pull and cooperation, they didn't want him to go. He didn't want how his brother started coming after the mob.
Yeah.
Bobby started coming after him. So it was like at least do what Hoover did and do nothing. But they did the opposite. So that's what they're claiming. And then
Bobby got killed.
in fact did he ever what's his name Sharan or what's his name, the guy who shot him, the guy who killed him, did he actually, he was up for parole recently, did he get out?
I don't know. Actually,
Can you look up to see if he got
He
out?
did. I think he did.
Saran, I think his name was the guy who shot Bobby Kennedy.
I'm almost positive he did.
I think he might have gotten out on parole.
Good for him. Reformed.
I mean, good for him. Who knows if reformed, but
Yeah.
he reformed enough. How long should you really? I don't know. But just look up the guy who killed Bobby Kennedy. I think he got out on parole.
Oh yeah. Especially if you did, it'll pop up.
But
I remember hearing. I'm
I don't know.
almost certain he did.
there's obviously, I don't know. I was watching a documentary that was interesting. It was about serial killers. But it was about it was a psychologist who believed that a lot of them actually had multiple personalities. It was the other personalities committing the crimes, and had these interviews with them where they kind of would talk in the other. It was very interesting, but she kind of talked about how these people that we give the death penalty to, who are the sickest people in society, are the ones who do the sickest acts.
Yeah.
And it's basically how do we treat the sickest people is by killing them, which is what we should.
So here's what we do: we put when their bad
Yep.
personalities take over, they have to live in prison, and then when they're good
Well,
personalities,
no, but
we
you,
let
I mean,
them out.
you don't necessarily. Well, you can put them in prison without killing them.
It's
But,
the prison. It'll be more like a
the one
temporary.
thing I always was is the Ted Bundy one, because they also thought he might have had different ones, because they said they had a bunch of letters from him.
Is this claim that every serial killer would be sort of victim
no,
to this?
I mean it was a lot of them.
Okay.
But this one documentary talked about three main ones, or two big name ones, and then a couple of just other
Potentials,
people. But the one thing they had with Bundy was that they're they noticed
What a
and
cute
this was
name.
after the fact, after he died. She said she actually missed it when he was alive. She said she didn't catch it when he was alive, but she said after the fact they were going through his letters to his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, and would find that sometimes he would sign he wouldn't sign as Ted, he'd sign as Sam, which was his grandfather's name. And they were thought that maybe he had taken on because his grandfather was a very violent person, and
Yeah.
actually might have been his father potentially. They don't know.
Oh, okay. One of those.
There was a
yeah.
lot of weird. That was a lot of weird stuff too. So they're did he take on? And because they said Arthur Shawcross would take on his mother's personality, and would kill kill
Norman
women.
Bates.
It's it's actually.
I know
it's a
Ed
doc-
Gein had a little bit of that.
It's called Crazy, Not Insane. It's on HBO. Really good documentary. Probably the best one I've watched in a long time. Very good
Interesting.
documentary. But I was just thinking about that because it was in
Crazy,
terms-
not insane. Crazy doesn't seem like an improvement from sane. You know what I mean? Crazy seems like a more.
It's kind of how they treat. Well, that's how the legal system treats it, though, in a way.
Yeah.
Because that's how. Because when
makes
people
sense.
plead insanity,
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what
they'll
you're saying.
say a lot of these killers plead insanity, and they go, "You're not insane
yeah.
because you know what you're doing.
I see. Okay.
You know what you're doing is right or is right
Is
or wrong.
wrong, yeah.
If you know, basically it's I think they claim for insanity, which is a bit out there. I don't know, but it makes it a little. It's like whether they knew it was right, whether they knew it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So like they'll say a lot of times they'll be like, you know, you look, like Jeffrey Dahmer, like, oh, well, you have to be crazy. He ate all his, look what he did to his victims. Like, yeah, but he hid it.
Yeah.
So it was like, so he
knew.
He knew to some degree that what he was doing was wrong.
Like, I can't be doing this in the open. Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, but then I don't know. But then like, there's, could you claim someone who's like a mass shooter, school shooter? I mean, that's not out in the open.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Oops. I mean, that's out. I mean, he's not hiding anything on that one.
I like to think that Jeffrey Dahmer, he felt guilty while he was eating it, but not because like he knew it was weird, but because like all the calories, like a woman,
God.
like he's like feeling, he's like stress eating. Yeah.
Oh God.
He just got dumped by his girlfriend. He's like stress eating a person.
There's like a video of like his last video when he's free. It's like at a family party.
Yeah.
And he's like playing with the cat or whatever, and he's like, I forget what he says exactly, but it's either something like he needs to stop
Wants
eating
to
out.
change his diet.
Yeah,
or
it's like
something.
it's diet. Yeah, I need to stop eating such junk food or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, he does say something like that. I do remember it.
But then a lot of times he'll even like Ed Kemper will talk about like how he like knew during like what he was doing was like, oh, I should turn myself in. This isn't right. But then like he had to like talk himself into being like, no, that's what's crazy. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. It's giving up your freedom's the crazy thing or whatever.
Interesting.
But his interviews are really interesting to watch because it's like, he was in Mindhunter. Well, he wasn't in it, but like his
I know what
character
you
was.
mean, yeah.
And the guy who did him was like,
Was that season 1 or 2?
he was in both, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a recurring character, but he, talk about the stuff.
I was gonna say, I also always find it so funny whenever they're caught, they're just like, I don't care. They're
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna say it. I don't care.
Or like even sometimes when they do get caught, like they'll admit to stuff. They're like, like John Wayne Gacy, like they said. Now they don't have a video of it, I guess, which is what his defense was. You can't find a video of me confessing, but it's like, they're claiming you drew this map of your house.
Yeah.
That had all the dead bodies.
Where they were.
And they happen to all be there.
Yeah.
So like, and then there was 29 of them underneath your, and one of them.
He's like, "Where's the video of me drawing it?"
he's like,
No video.
I don't, literally.
good.
But like, but then like he's like, he points out they actually, I think they might have brought, they brought him they either brought him to the house or they had him. No, I think they brought him out at one point to ask him about the bodies, and he's like, "Do you have a piece of paper?" And let me just draw it for you. And he draws it and everything. But then like the day before like his execution, he's like, "You can execute me if you want to, but you're killing an innocent man." It's like,
Yeah, at least go out like
No,
at least admit to it.
he wasn't he the clown though?
he was the clown.
That he's just pulling a big joke. This
He-
is just his final joke.
He said to people, he said to the cops, when he talked about, he's like, you call it clowning. He's like my case is giving clowning a bad name. He's like as a clown, he's like you can be yourself. You can do anything you want. He's like clowns can get away. He says this is cops. He says clowns can get away with murder.
Wow.
Like,
Do you want to know?
there's a really
Was
good,
he ever dressed as a clown when he did murders, or is that like?
he might have been, but
That's right.
But like, they just had a documentary on Netflix about him that was good, but there was a better one on Peacock.
Oh, I saw that. Well, I didn't watch it, but I saw it.
The Netflix one's solid. The Peacock one's better.
Oh,
Peacock
okay.
one is like an interview. It's more of him being interviewed by the FBI, actually by the same FBI agent who I think they modeled Mindhunter after.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like I said, it's just, and they have, I think it's in that one of them. It was either the Netflix or the Peacock one. They had a phone call of his ex-wife, an interview with his ex-wife, where his ex-wife is like, "I knew it always smelled like the house always smelled. I told him, I said, something's dead under there. Something crawled under the house and died." He always would tell you, "I don't smell anything. I don't know what you're talking
my
about,
God.
whatever." She's like, "I knew I wasn't crazy." And it's like, oh my
Jesus.
God, like you got to think like,
How long did he hide it for?
you're like, well, actually, what's interesting too is they talk about is because he was in Iowa and then he went to Chicago, Illinois when he committed all the most of the murders, or all the murders he was arrested for.
Mm-hmm.
But he was arrested in Iowa for sodomy and got a 10-year sentence.
Yeah.
And got out on good behavior after 18 months. Had he though finished his sentence, he would have gotten out. I think on like the last, like his day that he got out was like the day his final victim died.
Interesting.
So like he would have, like, if he had stayed in, like all of that would have, would have missed that.
Interesting.
So like, yeah, very. I've been taking a deep dive. Well, because I'm writing the. I find it interesting, but also I'm writing the serial killer show thing as I,
No, it's all research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just I just like the topic. It's interesting.
No, it's always fascinating.
There's one guy who's a Netflix documentary you might want to check out. It's the Nielsen tapes. It's like he's like they call
I
him
think
like
I've heard of that
they
one.
call him the Scottish or the English Jeffrey Dahmer because he's the cannibal and whatnot. But what worries me about him is now he used to go after gay men. Now I'm a straight man, but I would have gone home with him because this man's voice,
Really?
Just to hear him keep talking, like you're gonna tell me.
That's probably part of his
You're
thing.
gonna
That's
tell me
probably
some
what
stories.
he used.
I'm gonna just come with because and in fact the documentary is like almost all narrated by him because it's like they gave him a tape
It's his
recorder.
tapes.
It's like a tape recorder of him in prison. It's
Like I said, these guys want to talk.
it's him waking
It's so
it's like
fascinating.
the tape recorder starts with him being like, it's Sunday morning. I'm in my. It sounds like Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in my cell and I'm lighting up a joint. And he's like.
He was lighting up a joint?
Yeah.
They let him smoke weed in prison?
Well, I mean, yeah, they go all types of drugs and stuff, and
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But,
You're already in prison. Just fucking smuggle it
There's
in.
no
yeah.
potatoes in here.
but it's just like it's very, like you said, his voice is it's chilling, like like every now and then when I work
Did
for
you say he's Scottish or Irish?
it was I think it was Scottish,
Okay, so that
But,
was
like,
that
Scottish
was
English,
false.
whatever.
That joke that I just made.
but like I don't know, like every now and then when I worked for the county, people would come in occasionally with like a British or Australian accent, and it was just like, I'll do anything for you. Talk to me all
Yeah.
day. What do you want?
Yeah, call me a. Please.
You could say anything.
This one's not getting monetized.
But maybe in Australia.
Yeah, in Australia.
Beep.
But no, I just love that accent. It's such a good accent.
Yeah.
Such a good voice.
The Aussies.
Remember that show?
I used to watch that
Oh,
show.
the Aussies.
I used to watch that show when I was
Oh, my
little.
God.
Yeah,
That show
dude.
was good.
Family Jewels.
Oh, my God.
I always had a crush on his daughter when I was younger.
Gene Simmons?
Gene Simmons. No, yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. No,
No, all of us were me.
Gene Simmons. I always thought his daughter was was very attractive.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Osby.
Ozzy Osbourne's daughter.
No, yeah, Osby.
I like Osby Osbourne actually
Osby
way
Osbourne.
better. Why isn't that his name?
No, yeah, Osby. That's a good name.
Wait, his daughter is not attractive.
Not Ozzy Osbourne.
No, we're talking about Gene Simmons'
Okay,
daughter.
you were saying he wasn't who you were talking about.
I wasn't talking about Ozzy.
Gene
Osbourne.
Simmons' daughter. I do
Yes.
remember Gene Simmons' daughter
Yes.
being kind of attractive.
Yeah, I remember finding her attractive when I was whenever the show was on. I'm sure I should.
We
still
were
find-
both very young when the show was on.
I'm sure I'd still find her attractive.
Yeah.
I don't know how old she is, but I'm single. She got the Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
And maybe the Gene. I don't know.
Who was-
Marry into the Gene Simmons family. Why not?
Yeah, the genes.
The Gene.
Get those genes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, this has been a wonderful episode, though.
Yes, it has.
Of Booth Talk. We've talked about a variety of topics. If you're still listening, I apologize for some of the things I said. But I will say them again, most likely.
Yep.
So this was fun, though. I guess has anyone got anything last words to say before we say goodbye?
No, I'll hold off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not say what I was going to say.
Yeah. No, you should.
I'll let you know. No, I'll let them think about it. Yeah, it was about you.
It was about who's watching right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were looking at Shane.
No,
I
I'm
was like,
looking
damn.
at
You looking at this one?
you. Yep.
I'm looking at this one. I got whoever's looking through this one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So just be cautious of all the giants and the gnomes running around.
And be ready for the alien
safe.
disclosure.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yep.
too.
Yep.
And monkeypox, I guess, you know.
And watch out for Steve Carell. He's doing some weird shit. Apparently. Yeah.
Hey, if they were right, we would have cheered them. You know?
That's true.
Who?
The Pizzagate people.
Oh. See you guys.
What do you mean? This should be the nipple. This is the teat. This is it. The world of Coca-Cola.
That's what he thought when
in
he
the
walked
city
in.
of Atlanta.
Don't you hate when that happens?